Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating, deeply esoteric concept straight from our source material, the Akashic Records. Now, we aren't looking at this as just some mystical fantasy. No, we're going to explore it exactly as the source describes it. We're looking at a highly logical, universal system. Essentially, we're talking about a literal operating system for existence itself. The universe forgets nothing. Just let that sink in for a second. The whole core premise here is that existence possesses a divine, totally infallible operating system. Literally, nothing is lost. Every single breath, every choice, every soul's journey, it's all tracked, encoded, and remembered by the cosmos. Section 1. The Universal Information Field. Decoding the ancient memory of creation. So what exactly is it? Well, stripping away all the myths, the text defines Akasha using its ancient Sanskrit roots, which means sky, space, and ether. But crucially, it makes a point to say that this isn't just empty space. Instead, it's described as a sacred field, like this invisible womb of information where all life is recorded. It's this subtle, complex architecture completely hidden beneath the reality that you and I see every single day. Section 2. Bridging Science and Mysticism, from the Ancient Temple to the Future Laboratory. The source text introduces this really incredible concept of a quantum bridge, suggesting that modern science is actually validating ancient discoveries right now. And this brilliantly illustrates that convergence. Think about it. With the ancient mystics called spirit, modern science is now calling the field. Where sages spoke of the Akasha, our future language is calling it information architecture. It's the exact same mystery, just viewed through different lenses. The language of quantum physicists today is literally circling the very same interconnected web that ancient prophets described centuries ago, simply by sitting in profound silence and meditation. Section 3. The Living Cosmic Database, a real-time supercomputer of existence. The text makes it absolutely clear that the Akasha is definitely not some dusty, dead library of old books. Just think about the sheer volume of real-time data your life is uploading to this living field every single moment. It's rapid fire. Every emotion is a signal. Every thought is a frequency. Every action is a command. Every intention is a seed. Every single choice you make writes itself directly into this living field. But here is where it gets really interesting. The text states, the Akasha receives the truth of your vibration, not the mask of your personality. This database doesn't judge you the way a human would. It records with absolute, unflinching precision. It knows the difference between a performance you put on for the world and the pure truth of your inner state. It records what actually is. So how exactly does the universe process all of this incoming data? Well, that brings us to Section 4, the two karmic streams. The dual function of the Akashic mechanism. The source refers to this mechanism as a karmic blade, and let me tell you, it cuts both ways. First, you have the incoming stream. This is the real-time registration of consciousness. Every fraction of a second, the field records every vibration, every truth, and every hidden motive. Now, history might get rewritten by humans, but this incoming stream catches the original truth. Then you have the outgoing stream. And this isn't just some passive logbook, it's a living, intelligent system. It broadcasts guidance, sends energetic corrections, synchronicities, and signs. What goes in as real-time data comes right back out as cosmic navigation. Section 5. Bringing the gateway online, the absolute conditions for user access. According to the text, there are strict login requirements for this universal field. It demands utter stillness, and it happens in 4 progressive stages. It absolutely does not open to the ego. It only opens to sincerity and humility. So stage 1, the gateway is closed, and the Akasha remains just a concept in your mind. Stage 2, it begins to open, and the Akasha starts showing up as intuition. Stage 3, it becomes stable, turning into reliable inner guidance. And finally, stage 4, fully online. This is when the Akasha becomes a direct, living transmission. The field doesn't speak to you from the outside anymore. It speaks through you.
The source also shares a very specific transmission called the Kukulkan remembrance, which states, the Akasha is the memory field, the inner silence is the doorway. It presents this completely fascinating idea that the awakened human body itself actually acts as the temple and the ultimate receiver for this universal field.
Section 6. Answering life's deepest questions. The ultimate output of the cosmic network. So, why does all this matter? Because this field claims to answer the most fundamental questions of human existence. Questions like, who am I?
Where do I really come from?
It asks, what have I forgotten? What specific soul missions, what karmic ties, or ancient contracts have been completely lost to human memory during my journey through time? And what must I heal? The crucial point the source makes here is that these answers aren't just floating around somewhere outside the universe, they are written directly into the field itself, just waiting to be accessed.
Ultimately, the text presents a really powerful conclusion. The Akasha is living proof that the universe is conscious and all life is connected. It's this sacred confirmation that nothing is ever truly lost, no one is ever forgotten, and your specific life, your pain, and your awakening are most definitely not random. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought from our source material. The only way out is in. To actually access this divine operating system, you have to enter your own sacred center. So the ultimate question is, are you ready to get quiet, tune the frequency, and remember who you really are?